Hi and welcome back to another playthrough of Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 17, the playthrough on the Interstellar mod. So we're just jumping back to the guys that are in orbit around Duna, and we need to get them back because they're running out of food and we're getting quite close now to the transfer window. So I've just setting up the maneuver node to bring them back to Kerbin, or at least we're sort of doing it a little bit early because they're going to run out of food, so I want to do a mid-course correction and see if we can get home in time and save them. So I'm just pointing the spacecraft back at the maneuver node, and we're going to start our maneuver now and get underway. So I've just set up a maneuver node and an alarm to do like another course correction to get us within 40 kilometers of Kerbin. Set the alarm up so that we don't miss it, and it's just after we leave the sphere of influence of Duna. I'm just transferring the food into the appropriate compartments now as well to make sure that they've got the food to survive. However, it turns out that there just wasn't enough food. Perhaps if we'd ejected one Kerbal, we might have had enough to get home. So in the end, I've decided to use the RCS and try and lower the periapsis of this enough so that we can watch it re-enter in Kerbin's atmosphere. So here it comes. I think we've got a periapsis of 23 kilometers. Just coming into low orbit around Kerbin, and we can watch what happens as it re-enters. Okay, that didn't end very well for the station there returning from Juno. But we now jump to the Eeloo probe here, and we've just entered the sphere of influence of Eeloo, or just about to. Just fast forward a little bit. There we go. So, okay, our periapsis is a little bit too low. We can actually hit it. So let's just raise that periapsis up a little bit. Okay, 60 kilometers periapsis. And we just need to set up a maneuver node to circularize when we're there. Oops. There. Well, to capture. Let's leave it like that, and then we can see where we are when we need to. I'll just add an alarm, and let's fast forward to that. Of course, before we get there, I should have thought of this before, but let's capture what science we can while we're high over Eeloo. Okay, transmit these back. 144 science, that's pretty good from the plasma scan. 72 there. 60 from the magnetometer. And material bay. Let's deploy these solar arrays. And one down there. Come on. Got another another magnetometer there. 144 science, that's good. What else have we got here? Anomalous signals, but there aren't any. No, nothing. There's the pressure. Oh no, gravioli. 96 science. And pressure. Can't do. Fine. We do the temperature. No. Okay. Let's at least point in the right direction then for maneuver node. Don't seem to be able to move. There's no electric charge, that's why. Here we go. So we've got good apoapsis. I think I will lower that apoapsis down as well, because I think when you do the experiments we're still showing that we're high over Eeloo. High, yeah, so I think it would be good to change the inclination as well while we're here as well, so we can perform a good mapping of the moon or the planet or whatever it is. I the apoapsis is coming down, inclination's going up. We've got loads of fuel left, so that's good. So 20km periapsis, that should be low enough for, I'm hoping that's low enough to get the low science anyway. I'll just add an alarm for the periapsis so we can warp towards that and collect the science when we get there. Although we will be in the dark, which is a bit of a shame. We'll turn SAS off. Got a 50-degree inclination, I think that'll do for the time being. Okay, don't seem to be able to do anything, so I'll have to just fast forward until we've got a little bit of electric charge, maybe. Near Eeloo, fantastic. Okay. Collect all this data and start it transmitting back. So I think that's it then for that probe. We'll just fast forward and hope that it will generate enough power to send all the information back. We'll just fast forward until we get close to the alarm for Eeloo Probe 2. It would have been good to have a sun-synchronous orbit, but I don't think you can do that in Kerbal Space Program. Now that we've got the low science, what I'll do is I'll add a maneuver to increase the periapsis. Because then it should make the eclipses a little bit shorter. Yeah, I think that's a good orbit. Just get all this data uploaded. Now that that's finished, I'm going to start off the Altimeter Scan. Oops, not analyze, I want to start it. Okay. So we should see a nice map of the planet being built up now. Might take a while with all of the eclipses. So I've just set up a maneuver node to make the orbit perpendicular, so that we can get a 100% mapping of the Eeloo planet, letting MechJeb do the maneuver. And we're getting a much better scan now of the planet. – 70% scanned already. Okay, so we've got nearly 100% scanned on this probe. So if I select it, analyze the data, I can transmit that 227 science back. Fantastic. Apart from, of course, I've got hardly any electric charge. Now I'm going to switch on the other mapping scanner, if I can find it. There it is. And I think that's going to take it a lot longer. So we'll leave that one to do its job and jump to the other probe. Okay, so this is just jumping forward to Eeloo Probe 2, and we're just performing the same sort of capture here on this probe as well, around Eeloo. What I'm trying to do is reduce the apoapsis here, but we want to get this one to land on the planet so we can get some surface science back from the planet. So I'm just burning to try and reduce that apoapsis. Just quick save the game there. Get the science info and orbit info up. Point retrograde and see if we can do a landing. I'm playing this back at 4 times speed, so I'm sort of realising I've not got that much fuel left, and of course we've still got 140 meters per second to bleed off, and 7 kilometers to do it in. So reducing the throttle, try and keep us just pointing retrograde to it, coming straight down, but the descent vector keeps slipping around, so I'm having to repoint it every now and again. Throttling up now just to try and slow us down a little bit quicker. What I'm aiming to do is try and hit the ground at about 10 meters a second, and hopefully the engine will take the brunt of the landing, so that we can save all the science instruments and the solar panels. Got 600 meters to go, 500, tiny amount of fuel left. So I've just come back to normal speed now, so you can see the landing, and that's it. Okay, we'll run out of fuel. Hopefully just the engine will be destroyed here at this point, and leave the rest of the spacecraft so we can still get something done. I think we lost just the engine there. I think the fuel tank's left. Just trying to pitch over now to try and get it to land again on the fuel tank, or maybe the antennas. So I don't think you can do a magnetometer scan on the surface, so that'd be a good thing to land on. No, and oh, okay, so we've still got the Science Junior, so let's observe that. and hopefully we've got enough power in the battery to send it back, but there's no solar arrays on this portion of the probe. So let's transmit that back. See if we can do the gravioli as well. Just wait for that to finish. 148 battery left. Can't use the telescope here. Let's do the gravioli. Another 130 science. There we go. That'll probably be the last of the electric charge, I think. No, that's it. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up.